guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Tuesday. Today we are going to be doing a tutorial using another We Are Memory Keepers punch board. But last week, if you guys saw, I did a tutorial on how to use the envelope We Are Memory Keepers punch board, and a lot of you guys loved the tutorial. And you guys, I'm so glad to know that I was not the only one having issues with it, but I'm so happy to help you guys understand the board better. And a lot of you guys, got into crafting, and you said that you were going to be crafting for the weekend. So I'm excited to help you create projects for yourself. But let's go ahead and start. Today we are going to be using the banner punch board. I just noticed my mat is upside down. Let me go ahead and fix that really quick. But you're definitely going to need something with some measurements. I always like to use my mat because it already has like the ruler on it on all four sides. And then here we have the We Are Memory Keepers banner punch board. So as you can see, it says banner punch board, and this punches two different styles. It punches the triangle and then the banner, which is super amazing. Again, it also gives you instructions, and it does come with a little instruction sheet, and it has this little lever, which I'll show you guys how to use it. It has measurements, it has the little triangle at the bottom, and then it also has this little punch right here for your circles, and it has a blade so that you can cut your banner down to whatever size you want it. And it's really easy to use. I love this. If you're a party planner and you love to plan or decorate for parties, then this is definitely something you should have in your crafting room, because then you could be making your own banners. And if you just like to do a lot of friend mail, a lot of swaps, then creating little banners for friends are a good way to also send mail. But let's go ahead and start. I have some ribbon so that we can just kind of put it together. I'm not going to decorate it. Maybe if I have time, I'll do one. But right now I'm just going to do the entire banner, so we'll be cutting a few out. And if you guys want to see me decorate it, then leave this video a thumbs up, and then maybe I could do that in next week's video. And then, you're going to need some kind of paper trimmer. I always use my Fiskars. It's the one that I currently have. A pencil or a glue gun. So I have my adhesive tape glider or some kind of adhesive glue. Really, I don't need it for this video, but just in case I decide to decorate at least one of the banners, then that's why I pulled it out, just to be ready. And then the paper of your choice. So I have this Honeydew scrapbook paper pad. It's a 12 by 12, and if you want to do a banner, I would suggest using a whole paper pad. That way your entire banner can be cohesive and it can match. So if you're trying to do like a birthday banner, then maybe find a 12 by 12 birthday paper pad, or a wedding paper pad, or a baby shower, depending what the occasion is for the party or what kind of friend mail you want to send. If you're doing like a Paris theme or a fashion theme, Michael's and Joann's and scrapbook.com has plenty of paper pads for you guys to choose from. But this is one that I had on hand, and I love this one. I think this is actually the very first paper pad I bought. No lie, I think it really is. It's again, it's the Honeydew. I think Michael still has them. But if not, maybe you can find something similar if you like this one. But let's go ahead and do a flip. I already kind of pulled out some sheets. I don't know how long I want my banner to be, so I'm going to make a few extra just in case. So I pulled these two out right here. Look at how pretty these are. Because then another thing you could do is you can layer. So once you get the hang of using your We Are Memory Keepers punch banner punch, you can also learn to layer banner upon banner. And trust me, you guys, layering is everything. When you layer, I think it makes your project looks even way more better. I just love layering, period. But here we have these two sheets. You can definitely use like the stripy pad for like the top part of the banner. That would be a nice little fun idea too. So let me see which other ones I got. I think I got this one right here. So I'm trying to stick to all the same colors. So I think the next one is, and then you can always use their pull aparts for, decorating your banner. Just cut everything up, and then you can always find some online too and just print some stuff. But here, I think I already cut this one. This one and this one. I'm pretty sure I had more than that. Let's see, where did the other ones go? Oh, here's the other one. This one right here. Look at how gorgeous this is. And so I'm just going to create this banner just to have. I'm probably going to hang it in my little planner area, and which is technically my dining room. I kind of turned the dining room into my planner space, and the only time we use the dining room is to eat. And since I have a TV here, we'll eat our food and watch a movie or on Hulu or Netflix. Since I have the accounts, I'm a super movie and show fanatic. Ever since I was little, I loved watching movies and shows and all that fun stuff. So here we have it. This is what my little banner would look like as far as patterns. And I think I definitely have more than enough paper to even add like doubles. So I think this is gonna be great. Now, the one thing I have to determine is how do I want my banner to be. I punched these so that you guys can see this is what the triangle looks like. So I did a larger one and I did a smaller one, and if you want to layer it, it would go like this, right? You can either 3D foam it so you can see the pop, or use a different design and then layer it up top. Usually when it comes to layering, I like to do the solids at the bottom, and if there's anything with a print, then I like to do the print at the top. It's just, I feel like it just stands out a lot more better that way, but that's my preference. You can always do whatever works for you. And then the other one is this little like square with a triangle at the bottom. This is the other banner that we can cut, and I actually really like this little size. It is 4 inches wide, and the height, it depends however you want it. This one is a 6.5 by 8 inches tall. This little one right here is 6.5 by 6.5, and then here's a wider one. I didn't like how this one came out. I think it would have came out nice if I did it a little bit longer, and then the triangle would have been around here somewhere. Like this, I feel like it looks a little funny, but again, it all comes with the learning process. So, okay, so let's go ahead and start with this one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do, I don't know, I feel for like a craft room it would be something, you know, I haven't done anything like this one, like a triangle one. So let's do it. Let's just do a triangle one. And I think this is a good size. So let's do this one. This is 6.5 by 8 inches tall. So it's going to be 6.5 this way, 8 inches tall that way. So let's go ahead and start cutting. And since they're all going to be the same size, that's the size we're going to stick to. So we can do 6.5. So the first thing I always like to do is cut up all my paper instead of doing like cutting one, then doing the process, then cutting two, then doing the process. This is just kind of how I work. So I like to measure everything, and then I cut when I need to cut, and that way I'm doing everything at the same time. I don't know how big I want my banner to be, but I'm just gonna use whatever paper I pulled out here. And then of course make sure you're facing the right direction. That has a little dent up top, so we'll just use the bottom. So right now I'm measuring at 6.5 on the top and the bottom. Okay, so now that I have all my measurements, I'm gonna go ahead and cut, and then we'll measure again. So let's cut everything. And thank you to everyone who sent me your prayers for my dad and my family. I truly appreciate it. It means the world to me. I spoke to him today, and he didn't sound so good. But from what I hear with anybody that has COVID, I think you tend to get worse before you get better, but that's the process. So he just sounded like he was losing his voice a little bit, and he sounded really tired. He said he can't really eat because he's not holding his food down. So my mom got him like Gatorades and a Pedialyte, and he's drinking water, and she bought him fruits so that at least he can, you know, eat a little bit of something, and fruits will help him. So the fever is not really letting him sleep. So I appreciate everyone for praying for him. It really means the world to me and my family, and I'm just ready for him to get better. Oh, I think I measured this one wrong. So thank you. Oh yeah, I did 6 inches, so that's 6.5. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna cut everything down to 8 inches. So I'm gonna turn this over just because it's easier for me to see it that way. So it's gonna be 8 inches tall. Here's the next one. Sorry if you see people, if you hear people screaming downstairs. All right. Here we go. Perfect. So now we're gonna go ahead and cut. These little ones, I can do doubles, so I'm gonna leave those in case I feel like doubling up my banner. And then this little extra piece, we don't need it, but you can always use little die cuts. Any die cuts that you have, cut out different shapes and use it as your banner decor too. That'll work great. Oh, I didn't do this one. And hopefully I'm staying in frame. Once you get the hang of it, it definitely becomes a lot easier. And once you know like the process and the method, it also becomes really easy. And it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's always fun to create something that's your own. Alright, perfect. Now that we have all our banners, we're ready to start using our little punch board. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here. So now that we have all of our paper ready, what you're going to do is, as you can see right here, it has 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5. Right? And then you have 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull your paper up to the 6.5, which is right there. And then you're going to close this. You're going to take your little blade. You're going to put it into your, and so this little piece, the circle piece, goes into this hole right here. There's a dent inside there. You'll see. See, as you can see, it goes in there. So then you're going to put it in just like that, and then there's another little dent inside. You're going to follow that. You see that right there? You're going to follow it all the way down and cut. And cut. And take this out. And now we have our little banner. And I'm wondering why it's smaller. Oh, because it's supposed to go to the 8. Oh, silly me. Let me do another one. All right, so let's try this again. It's 8 inches tall, 6.5 wide. So you have to bring your paper up to the 8.5. There we go. I was like, wait, it's a little smaller than I wanted it, but this is still a good size. It's still the same method, except since this is 8 inches, let me write it down. 8 inches, right? We're gonna pull it up to the 8-inch mark right there. You're going to just kind of make sure that this little width matches with this little width. Close. So now that it's closed, we put our blade. Now we can cut. And now it should be longer. There we go. Right? So that's cute. And see if I wanted to layer, look at how cute that would be. All right, so we got one. Let's go ahead and do the other one. Now, if you're very particular about it being the exact same width and size and all of that, you can just trace your banner and just cut from there. But I'm not going to be worried about it. I'm going to go ahead and just keep using my little board because it's just very helpful. And the blade is really nice and sharp, so here we go. That's the other one. Let's keep on moving. So you put your banner up to the line, up to the 8-inch line. Close. And cut. Right? Look at how pretty that is. All right, let's keep going. And I'll show you guys how to do the other banner too. That way you know. There we go. Let's do the same thing. Oh, moved. Make sure it's right up against the line so it's the same length. You can do these little banners for holidays in your little craft room or your craft area or your craft desk, wherever you have your craft room. All right, last one. I definitely want this flower. I think I'm gonna lose flower. So let's go ahead and try to move it over a little bit more so that I can get a little bit of this flower. There we go. Perfect. So now let's see all of our banners. So here we have this one. Look at how cute that is. Then there's this one. This one right here. This one right here. This one right here. And this one. Perfect. Alright, so now to punch your holes, you're going to flip the banner over. And then flip it over again that way. That way they're both the same length. So flip it one, flip it over, punch. I will say though, I do wish the ribbon hole was a little bit more thicker. Just because I'm like, there's so many pretty ribbon out there, and what if you wanted to use like a nice thick one that had like a lot of little fur, or I don't know, or maybe you wanted to use double ribbons. I feel like the hole's a little smaller. But another thing you can do is if you rather use a bigger hole, then you can always use your hole punch or your crocodile if you have one. So that's another idea, just in case. Alright. So, and then if you want, you can use this as like little confetti. Put it in a little bag because they are all cute colors. They are all cute colors. Alright, so now that we have that, look at how cute that is. We're going to go ahead and put in our ribbon. So I have this gold one, which I can use, or I have this pink one, which I could use. So it just all depends what I want to use. Now, let's see. I think I would like this one. That. that. Maybe I'll use these two at the end. And this one. There we go. That looks good to me. So let's go ahead and put in our ribbon. So when you do the ribbon, you're gonna go in and out. This is the time where I need my nails. Then just make sure you're adjusting it. And then you're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna wait to see what you guys say. If you guys want me to decorate it on camera, then just let me know in the comments down below. And I won't decorate it yet. And then if you want me to decorate it, then I'll just wait to do the video. Maybe we could do it for Friday. I'm expecting some mail to come in, so that was gonna be my Friday's video. But if it doesn't come in, then, you know, maybe we can have a little crafting Friday session. So that'll be fun. All right. We're almost there, you guys. We're almost there. And then I'll show you guys how to do the other one. It's gonna be super easy too. So I hope I explained that correct. It just all depends on the size that you want it. And again, your size guide is going to be the sizes on here. So use that as your guide. And the width, it doesn't matter about the width. The width, it just depends how wide you want it yourself. What matters is the height. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Let's go ahead and fix this a little bit. And then make sure you leave room at the end of your banner so that you can have room to tie it to wherever you're hanging it. And if you want that little hint of pink, you don't have to go all the way. Make sure it's nice and straight. I would totally add pom-poms to this. Totally add pom-poms to this. I'm a pom-pom kind of girl. Sorry, it's taking me a little bit to adjust, but you know, you want to make sure your banner is perfect. Perfect. Beautiful. And just turn this one. And then I have about this much to tie for wherever, and then to spread out whenever I lay it, wherever I'm gonna lay it. So that's what that looks like. Oh my gosh, let me cut it from right here. You guys, it's so pretty. Oh, I love it. It's so, so cute. And then you can just decorate it however you want, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Let's go ahead and do the this one, the square one. I'm just gonna call it a square banner punch. So for the height, I like the size. So the size of this one is 5.5 inches wide. In case you guys like this size. And then I gotta make it nice and tall since I'm gonna cut a lot of it off. So why don't we do, I'm gonna go ahead and do 9 inches. All right. So this is the same scrap paper from what I just cut. So you can make a whole other banner. Perfect, see? So I have this long rectangle and it's 9 inches tall. Now, what you're gonna do, so you see this V shape right here? Now you're gonna put your paper up against it. Just like that. It has lines right here, and as you can see these lines right here, 1 through 6, and then 1 through 6. So you want to make sure that both ends are somewhere inside a line. So here are my lines. there's this line right here, which is, I believe, line number 6 and line number 6. You're going to go ahead and close your banner, right? If you're, say you have, I don't know, maybe you have flowers, you want to make sure your flowers are facing upwards because you're going to cut this piece off, right? Hopefully that makes sense, but let me show you. You're going to put it in, and this piece comes off. And now we have a banner. See, if it's still too tall for me, then I can just cut it down. So let's go ahead and cut it a little bit. It's just too tall for me. Let's do 7. And that's the beauty, is you can adjust it because this part is already cut, so it doesn't matter. There we go. That's a good size. I love that size. So that was, what was that? Let me make sure I write it down. Because then I can keep it as a template too. 7 inches tall. And if there's a template you like, do what I did and just write it in the back, and then you'll know what size to do for the next time. So then let's go ahead and punch your little holes. Punch, flip. There we go. And then we have the hole right there. And another thing that you can do is if you just want to do like a little scroll, just maybe something for your friend to hang in her craft room. Maybe you want to say like thank you or something. Just cut a ribbon. Tie it from the top. This is just another little option. And then they can have a little banner by itself and then just decorate it. Maybe put like a nice little card here, or maybe their favorite picture or something, or just give it to them like that and they can decorate it themselves. At least you already made it for them. If they don't have a banner punch board, that would be a good idea. Just send them a bunch of these little ones and then they can decorate it themselves. And that would be another fun project. But if you wanted to do more of these, just make a bunch of them, put them all in the ribbon like this one, and then you'll have a whole little banner with this shape. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I explained it right. Let me know in the comments down below. If I didn't, please let me know, and I can always refilm the video and just make sure that you guys understand it. But I think it was good enough, and I'm happy with the video. I'm happy to help you guys. I know you guys love my tutorial Tuesdays, and that means the world to me. So thank you guys so much. Stay safe, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Love you guys. Check me out on Instagram where I post all of my creations, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!